especially for independence, France, and the working class of America and Europe. Free competition is primarily expressed in the struggle for markets. The consequences of free competition under capitalism include unequal conditions of sale, the struggle to assign low prices to buyers, and ultimately, unregulated production. The main motive in competition is the struggle for markets. Competition between capitalists leads them to strive for a union. To avoid destroying each other, they enter into agreements, leading to the rise of monopolies, whose purpose is to destroy capitalist competition and obtain the greatest possible profit. Modern capitalist monopolies are known by various names: corner, ring, pool, cartel, syndicate, alliance, trust, fusion, corporation, holding company, community of interests, and concern. A corner or ring is an agreement between individuals or companies to purchase most of the available stocks of goods at low prices, achieve a monopoly position in the market, and then sell these goods at higher prices for maximum profit. Corners or rings often mix with cartels. Ancient non-capitalist corners are also mentioned by Aristotle in reference to Thales of Miletus and practiced in Athens and Rome. Cartels and syndicates were the most common types of capitalist monopolies in early 20th century Europe. Their organization and formation methods are extremely diverse, depending on the development of the industry and the general economic and legal conditions of the country. Key researchers include Liefman, Grunzel, and Pohl. The simplest form of centralization is a cartel based on conditions, or the so-called convention. The convention is an agreement between entrepreneurs in a certain industry regarding all conditions for the sale of goods. The most significant consequence of free competition is the desire to attract buyers by offering low prices. Hence, agreements on regulating price levels are common. Cartels that regulate price levels are usually the next level of cartelization in a given industry. Cartels regulating sales, or syndicates, aim to introduce systematic supply to the market. To achieve this, parties to the agreement refrain from direct market participation, transferring this function to a special body, the sales office, which accepts orders, assigns them to individual companies in the agreement, receives completed orders, and delivers them to customers. A cartel regulating production, or a syndicate, extends agreements among entrepreneurs not only to commercial terms and sales but also to production. Syndicate combines all types of cartelization, establishing terms of sale, regulating prices, sales, production, and profit allocation. Austrian lawyer Landsberg provides a precise classification. Capitalist monopolies are distinguished based on their influence on free capitalist competition and the free market. The first group consists of cartels seeking to destroy the consequences of free competition. The second group aims to eliminate the motives for free competition, and the third seeks to eliminate free competition altogether. In literature on syndicates and trusts, you may encounter the term pool. This American term for cartels and syndicates refers to the first form of monopolistic agreements, which later evolved into trusts. For example, the unification of the oil industry took the form of a syndicate or pool, South Improvement Company. The grandiose Steel Corporation emerged from the struggle between the Carnegie Company and other pools. Alliances are types of cartels which existed in Austria and England before 1900s. Previous types of monopolies did not affect production, forming antagonism due to unequal production conditions. This antagonism can only be resolved if the production process ceases to be a matter of personal discretion for each entrepreneur. Destruction of entrepreneurs' independence in commercial, financial, and production processes is achieved through merger or fusion. This form of monopoly involves merging numerous companies into a single enterprise, concentrating commercial, financial, and production aspects under one organization. This triple concentration represents the highest form of capitalist monopolies. Fusion monopolizes national economic sectors, dominates the market, and negates competition. It independently sets prices and sales conditions, turning industrial enterprises into shareholders and individual entrepreneurs into hired employees. This form of monopolies is mostly known as a trust. Initially, a trust was an agreement with a unique legal structure. The word trust entered economic science from legal science, referring to an obligation relationship where property is transferred to a trustee for management. Early monopolistic agreements were called pools and faced legal reprisal, leading to new organizational forms. Notably, the Sherman Act of 1890 prohibited trusts, but new forms such as consolidation, voting trusts, and holding trusts emerged to circumvent legal restrictions. Consolidation merges all enterprises into one. For example, the vodka trust adopted this form. After the Sherman Act, companies united by the former trust were liquidated and a large joint stock corporation was formed in their place, as seen in the Steel Trust of 1904. After 1890, the Oil Trust reorganized into 20 new companies. Shareholders transferred their shares to 9 authorized directors serving in all companies, with one New Jersey corporation acquiring shares in all others. Voting trusts involve shareholders transferring voting rights to authorized persons. Holding trusts involve a company acquiring a majority of shares in various enterprises, retaining formal independence but centralizing management under a special financial company, as seen with the Sugar Trust. The term trusts, says Dodd, covers any agreement or combination of persons or capital formed with the intent to achieve a monopoly, limit or eliminate competition, and influence or increase prices. Final conclusion. Monopolies are the highest achievement of the capitalist production system. They undermine commodity production, introducing regulation and order in commercial, financial, and production spheres. While monopolies destroy free market competition, new contradictions arise for global domination. Maximize profits and exploit workers, they may form alliances against the proletariat and other monopolies, employing various tools such as patent acquisition, technology destruction, sabotage, wars, epidemics, pharma drugs, disposable goods, and GMOs. To progress to higher social relations, monopolies must be subordinated to the working class power to build socialism, eventually leading to a classless society, communism.